alive! It's alive! It's alive! It's alive!
Dominic Lawton can be wild. Welcome to the Bad Movie Cult.
Hello and welcome to the Bad Movie Cult podcast, where each week we take you through a film and by the end we decide if it's good enough or bad enough to be inducted into the Bad Movie Cult. And with me is my partner in crime, my podcasting wife, Mr. Ken Be Wild.
Hello.
We've got a brand new month for you now, and we're covering a brand new topic. I don't know how we got onto this thing of topics for each month.
Not a fucking clue, to be honest.
No, that's one of your harebrained schemes,
Perhaps
I think.
it was.
And this month, we're kicking off, it's Serial Killer September.
That'll do.
And we're kicking off with one of the reasons we started this podcast is this film. This was probably the first or second film that was on the list of how do we start doing this podcast, wasn't it?
Yes. I bought this film. I bought it off eBay back in the good old eBay days. Bought a DVD of this, and it was I think a quote on the front said a gorehound's dream, and I thought that'll do for me. Thank you very, very much. And first time I watched it, I turned it off. I was furious about the whole thing. I thought, hang on a minute, this is not what I wanted to watch. And then, I don't know, it was only a few days later, I thought, okay, now that I know what it's like, I'll try again. And I started watching it again, and I fucking loved it. I laughed all the way through it. And it's in a positive way, I guess. But it fucking didn't half make me laugh. Some of the stuff in this, it's like, fuck, it's insane. It really is. But yes, this. I started a group when I was the first group on Facebook. It was This Film Is Shit. That was before we changed it to the Bad Movie Cult. And I had another group on Facebook called The NECRO FILES. You know what the film's called. You're listening to the episode. It's got a title in it. And I posted about this film, and it was a very quiet group. And then one day, someone joined the group, and it was the fucking director of the film who'd gone on Facebook, signed up to Facebook, done all this stuff, and just searched out his own film just to see if anyone was talking about it, and found a group dedicated to it, with me and a select few just laughing at it. A bit awkward, but yeah. He created his own group where he actually tells a few stories about it, and it's a bit more in depth than mine was. But yeah. Imagine that. Imagine going on, creating a spoof group on Facebook, and then suddenly somebody who was involved in it turns up and fucking has a go at you. Still, what a lovely guy.
Yeah. I mean, that was a bit fucking long for the open, Ken, but what I will say
fuck it.
is we are covering today one of the quintessential films that really got me and Ken together as friends and also wanting to do a podcast. It is the 1997 Matt Jaissle film, The NECRO FILES. Is there a fucking trailer for this?
I don't know.
It's alive! It's alive! It's alive!
One of the earliest things you gave me was Dark Place.
Yep.
That's the first thing you ever lent me, which is how we became firm friends.
Dark Place.
The second film you lent me was definitely this, The NECRO FILES. You lent it also to Jaissle, a good friend of ours.
I did indeed, old Grandpa Jeffs.
And Jaissle will quote this film. He would still quote this film to you, wouldn't he?
Yep, he's still got fond memories of certain bits in this film.
And
yeah.
you've lent this to quite a few people.
I
People
have,
that
yeah.
didn't even want it to be lent to them have had it lent to them.
I've had to re-buy this.
Yeah.
Because I lent it to people and never got it back. Whether they just flushed it, I don't know what happened. But yeah, I've had to re-buy this.
So yeah, I remember you lending it to me, and I remember sitting at home and watching it, and holy fuck, this film is good. And when I say good, I mean it's laugh out loud hilarious.
It is, isn't it?
Yeah. It's got everything I love about sort of Z movies.
This is low budget gold.
Yeah.
Isn't it?
Yeah.
It really is. I fucking love it. I can watch this whenever.
Yeah.
And I own it 3 times, in fact. Yeah. So I own the DVD of the first one. I've got the European sleaze version collection of the 1 and 2. And I have the Blu-ray release, because it's available on Blu-ray, which I got from the director himself, signed for me, that says, "Merry Christmas, Ken, Matt Jaissle." And he signed that for me and sent it over from America. I got that, obviously, last Christmas.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's got a Blu-ray release. It's fucking unbelievable.
I mean, we're not going to be fanboy fucks with this thing. Like, we are massive fans of it, but we know that it is what it is.
Yeah, you know what we watch though, so it's not. We're not going to say it's not a fucking Oppenheimer. We're not doing that sort of shit.
Yeah. But what it is it's just sit down. It's just over an hour long. Was it an hour and 14 or something like that?
Yeah, something like that. Yeah, it's only 70 something.
And it's just a lot of fun. It's offensive. It's gory. The acting, some of it is awful in the best way possible. And this is like, if you're into bad movies and you've not seen this, you're a fucking cunt.
Oh dear, that's harsh, isn't it?
You've also brought in a little special treat as an extra for this episode, haven't you, Ken?
I have. As I said, I've been speaking with the director of this film, Mr. Matthew Jaissle, and he sent through a little voice recording for us and for our listeners, which is incredibly nice of him. I did warn him what we do, so he's aware of that. And here he is.
Hello, Ken and Dom. This is Matt Jaissle, the director of the NECRO FILES. Thanks a lot for trashing my movie on your show, you fucks. Just kidding. Thank you. Thank you very much for having my movie on your show. I really enjoy if anybody wants to watch it and talk about it. I'd like to give you a little backstory on the movie.
You know what, Mike? No, I don't think we will. I think we'll cut you there and we'll move on to something.
Thanks anyway. Nice of you to offer.
No. We're not interested in that. So anyway, we're only joking. Go on, Matt. You crack on.
Back in the mid-'90s, when video still sucked, high definition hadn't been invented yet. So I had done my first 2 movies on 16 millimeter. And around that time, this process came out called film look, which some filmmakers, video makers were using, make their movies look a little more like film and a little less shitty like video. And so the NECRO FILES was kind of an experiment to see if we could do something good on video and, have it look half decent. And I suppose it turned out pretty good. I'm happy with it. Glad people are still watching it. I'd also like to add that I have 5 brand new movies that I've finished over the past year and a half that should be coming out either later this year or early next year. I did 4 for Wild Eye Releasing, 2 cryptid type horror movies, Apocalypse Bigfoot and Apocalypse Mothman. I also did a werewolf movie called Night of the Howling and a killer rat movie called Night of the Rats. And I did a movie for SOS Cinema called Amityville AI. And all of these movies should be coming out later this year or early next year. And if you like the NECRO FILES, you should probably like those. And once again, thank you very much for having my movie on my show. And don't be too hard on it. Thanks a lot, guys. Bye.
I've got a plot for you, Ken.
Yes, please.
A cannibal rapist rises from the grave as a flesh-eating zombie sex maniac. 2 Seattle cops, a satanic cult, and a flying demon fetus try to stop the lust-crazed ghoul before he can kill again.
It's as simple as that. It's a tale as old as time.
Certainly is. Got an IMDb rating of 4 out of 10.
Not bad. I think I rated it 8. So I think I'm helping.
Keywords.
Yes.
Necrophilia.
Of course.
Infanticide.
Okay.
Rape.
Yes.
Cannibalism.
Yes.
You've hit all the keywords there.
This is one to watch around the old table at Christmas.
Yeah, get your gran involved.
That's why he's put Merry Christmas on it.
Taglines.
Oh, is that the end of the keywords?
That's the end of the keywords.
They're pretty specific and pretty bang on.
Yeah.
Go on then, taglines.
Some people are better off dead.
Okay, yeah.
The only files worthy of an X.
Okay.
Quite like that one too.
I like that. That's a good one, that.
And that's it. Are we cracking into it?
Let me get into it by telling you what I got with the Blu-ray. Okay. I know you said we're not fanboying, but it's a fucking great Blu-ray release. I've got a poster And on the poster, it's got obviously the cover, but it also tells me that it's number 1081. So it's 1081 of posters available. I don't know how many they actually did release.
It's a great front cover.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, it's a new artwork as well with the original DVD artwork. It's a reversible sleeve.
Who's it published by?
It is it's Wild Eye.
Oh, yeah.
So it is a Wild Eye's Visual Vengeance, and Wild Eye have released. It's a multi-region Blu-ray.
It's very cool front cover.
I've got stickers. I've got the poster. I've got stickers. It's got a large NECRO FILES sticker. Then I've got little circular stickers where I can attach to other DVDs or Blu-rays that I've got, saying such things as exploitation, not for the squeamish, monster hit, adults only, horror, and another 16mm, that kind of thing, Super 8 and so on. And a lovely touch that they also sent me, a little condom, a NECRO FILES condom.
Oh, nice.
Yes, a little rubber for you Americans out there, a rubber.
Rubber.
I got a NECRO FILES rubber.
Oh, my God, it's a prophylactic.
I got a NECRO FILES prophylactic. I can stick that on my cock. I can stick that on my Johnson.
I'm going to stick that on my cock.
I'm going to stick that on my Johnson before I get busy with the ladies. However,
Before we fuck.
before we do the old hunka chunka.
The wild mambo.
Although on the back it does say this product is for entertainment purposes only, not for human use.
Right.
So I think I can probably still get that on.
Yeah, stick it on your dog.
Before we fuck. I reckon I could still give that a go. So I think it works for corpses. So there you go. That's the pack that I received with it, and very, very happy to receive that. I've got a couple of things on a couple of quotes. A jaw-droppingly gory trash fest from the New York Times.
What's this here? Is this a naked picture of Matt Jaissle himself? Is that who this is?
No, that was supposed to be left at home. That's not for you.
Oh.
And really sick and twisted, which is what it says at the bottom of that picture. And that was from Fangoria. So there you go. Visual Vengeance and Wild Eye releasing. It's on Blu-ray, and it's fucking amazing. It's a great set.
Yeah, which is also on the bottom of that picture.
Yeah, I wrote that. That's my handwriting. What a great set.
So we're cracking into it, or what?
Let's crack into the NECRO FILES.
It's alive! It's alive! It's alive!
Right, so we open the film. It's a woman showering. Within 5 seconds of this film,
Yeah.
you've got nudity.
We are not bothered about any sort of plot at the moment. What we've gone straight for is a shower scene. And we are not messing about. We've got tits. We've got bush. We've got ass. It's the whole kit and caboodle right there.
Every single
Shower
time you
scene.
ever say bush, you look me in the eye. What
Damn
is
right
that?
I am. Because I'm showing you mine.
Yeah, I wonder. Yeah, I wish you wouldn't. At the window, Michael Jackson is at the window.
We've got a goddamn peeper.
If Michael Jackson wore a baseball cap, that's what he'd look like.
It's a white mask that he's wearing. One that I've got several of these. I used to buy them for every Halloween. I used to go to a shop called The Works, and I used to buy one of those. It's £1. It's not made of kind of paper mache thing.
Did you put a Nazi symbol on the forehead?
I didn't, unfortunately. No, trying not to do that anymore.
Yeah.
With the stuff that I wear.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's difficult, but I'm getting there.
yeah. Lights go. She gets out the shower. The lights go out, and she goes to have a little look about. What's going on in this house?
Yeah, she does. It's a lovely house, isn't it? It's quite a large house. She wanders around. She decides probably not worth doing a robe up, is it? It's not worth quite tying the robe shut.
And that's what you guys would call a girl a keeper.
Yeah, so, she's having a quick look. What on earth is going on? I heard a noise. The lights have gone out. Better just wander around with my vagina showing.
Mm-hmm.
Just have a look.
Why not?
Yep, I appreciate it.
Yeah, and so did Logan, who is the name of our serial killer for today.
Serial killer September. Today's serial killer is Logan.
Yes.
Hello, Logan.
He attacks her instantly and chokes her with a wire
Yep, he's cut the phone wire and he strangles her with it.
and renders her unconscious. Not to end the scene there, because why would you? He then hoists her legs up over his shoulders.
Yeah, he handcuffs her to the fridge.
Yeah.
Because why not? He takes his mask off. And my goodness me, it's Zach De La Rocha from Rage Against the Machine.
We thought it was Michael Jackson.
It turns out it's still musically based, but a different genre. And it's the Rage Against the Machine lead singer.
Fuck you, I won't rape who you tell me, he says. And he puts her legs over his shoulders and starts stabbing her to death.
Yes, of course, it's not really him. It's Isaac Cooper who plays Logan in both pre-death and post-death.
Oh, yeah, he was the guy who did the voice for Chef in South Park.
That's him, yes.
Yeah, that's a hell of an opening, if you'll pardon the expression.
Yeah, that's what he said.
Yeah. Fuck all that anyway, because, again, if you'll pardon the expression, we're heading over to the real stars of this film. For my money, these are the greatest characters in any sort of lower rent movie. I know people, and for God's sake, people, stop mentioning The Room to us. We will get to it at some point.
Come on, cut us some slack.
I don't care about any character in that. I don't care about characters in Troll 2. I don't care about characters in Birdemic. These two are the shining stars of the bad movie genre.
Yeah. These are my favourite cop duo ever.
Absolutely.
These will beat your Riggs and Murtaugh, your Tango and Cash, your Turner and Hooch.
Yeah.
All of those. These guys are incredible. And these are Sloane and Manners.
Or Manners and Sloane.
I always call them Sloane and Manners.
Really?
Yeah, I go Sloane first every time.
I wish I would. Sloane might be the greatest character in any film we've covered.
I think so. He's an unbelievable tour de force.
It is. What a performance by a man who's not been in any other film except the sequel.
He's Gary Browning, his name. Steve Shepherd, of course, plays Manners.
Yeah, I thought this was Cliff Richard who played Manners. Manners looks like Cliff Richard.
I've got a story from the director. I've asked him about these two.
Oh, yeah.
Where on earth have you found these two? And he's told me...
The deepest recesses of his imagination.
He's told me that these were the only two who responded to the adverts. He then said, actually, there was three, but one of them left after reading the script. So these were the only two who were left. And that's how they got cast. And what a great way to cast your cops.
You know, I am absolutely delighted that these two answered the call. But can you imagine if we were the two that answered the call, Ken? Can you imagine us playing Manners and Sloane?
Got in there.
Because you pretty much are Manners. With your temper.
Yeah, and you're like Sloane.
And I'm just Sloane, aren't I?
He told me as well that Manners, Steve Shepherd, he'd put that he was an extra in Sudden Death with Jean-Claude Van Damme film. So they were really excited about getting him.
Yeah.
Quite what the fuck he brought to this from that, I don't know. But I've got a story about Sloane as well. Do you want to hear that?
No.
Okay.
Yeah, go on then.
He said that back in the 80s, a friend had come over and they both got really high. And then the guy walked out of the house and was missing for the next 3 months. It turns out that he was dead in his car behind some trees in Gary's garden for 3 months.
Jesus Christ.
And that's Gary Browning who plays Sloane.
Fantastic.
He failed to detect, the detective that he is, he failed to detect the fact that his own friend was dead in his own garden for 3 months.
That's kind of on brand for Sloane, though, when you think of his detective work in this.
3 months. It was brilliant. I just read that and I just thought, what an incredible story. And whilst Manners, Stephen Shepherd, who plays Manners, was also the singer of an LA punk band called The Child Prostitutes.
Of course he was.
So how about that? Those are your two heroes there.
Yes.
One whose friend's dead in his garden without him knowing it. And the other one, lead singer of the Child Prostitutes. Those are our heroes. That's who we're dealing with.
That's what we're dealing with here.
Yep, and that is a little backstory there to this film. Incredible stuff from the director there helping us out.
Yeah, thank you very much, Matt. And maybe Matt can be on us just every week and give us a little fact.
Little fact about other films he's done.
Other films that he's not part of.
To be honest, if he made those up, I'd love it.
Oh,
I'd read them
absolutely.
out every week.
Yeah, so anyway, Manners, he's like Cliff Richard, if Cliff Richard had anger issues. And Sloane, he's part man, part caterpillar from Alice in Wonderland, and all cop, is what I've written.
I think he's got anger issues, but he's just not really very good at like letting them out.
Yeah.
He seems very awkward. Angry, but awkward being angry.
Yeah, because straight away we see their personality. Sloane, he's supportive, he's asking Manners, how do you stay so fit with the food you eat? And Manners calls Sloane a fat piece of shit on the ground for even insinuating that.
So how can you eat so much, Manners, and not gain any weight?
Easy. I don't sit on my fat ass all day like some cops I know.
Yeah, well, which cops might that be?
Might be half the fucking force. That Sloane and Shoe I'm talking about.
Yeah, well, maybe I should just get off my fat ass long enough to clean up the street for your pointy fucking head.
Take it easy, Sloane. Guy in your conditions ought to be a prime candidate for a heart attack.
Shit.
But enough of that bonding session, because a call comes through on the radio. They've spotted Logan, the suspect they've been after for however long the fucking hell they've been after him. Manners, he's furious about the whole thing. Sloane,
He says, hot damn, this could be it. I think we're going to wax that motherfucker. And Sloane says, damn right, I think they got that son of a bitch. He raped and murdered my sister. She's only one out of 200 chicks that motherfucker butchered. Sloane, what I love about Sloane, you see, not many people would choose to have a breath in the middle of that sentence, but god damn it, Sloane does it.
Damn right. We're gonna get that son of a bitch. He raped and slaughtered my sister Maggie. She's only one out of 200 chicks that motherfucker butchered. There's no fucking way he's getting away this time. No fucking way.
Sloane can't really speak like as a normal human would, which I really enjoyed throughout this. It really adds to his character of what on earth is going on.
Yeah.
Yeah, but apparently, so his sister Maggie was raped and killed by Logan.
Is that her name? I could never catch it when he said it.
Yeah, it's Maggie. Yeah, she was raped and killed by Logan, so he's got a personal issue here, which he mentions a lot, but doesn't really do much about it.
It's so that we root for him.
Yeah, and then they sit there and going, yeah, let's go get that motherfucker. Yeah, let's get him. Let's nail his ass. And they just sat still in their car instead of actually going to do what they're saying they're going to do.
Yeah, I was going to say they would have got him, but they're sat there listening to Sloane say it differently.
Slightly differently every time.
Yeah.
Then they say the one that he didn't kill is pregnant.
Well, let's hope she wises up and aborts the little bastard before it's too late. Let's get that motherfucker. Come on.
And they eventually, after about 6 minutes of saying let's go and get him, they eventually do head off.
And I tell you what, when they drive off Sloane, he doesn't have to drive like a motherfucker, doesn't he?
He does, yeah.
He's out of there.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's really him driving, but fucking hell, or whether they close the roads. But Jesus, he puts some fucking leather on that. He's out of there.
They're not closing the roads. What are you talking about? It'd have been illegal
Sloane and Manners.
It'd have been illegal as fuck to record wherever they've done it. Meanwhile, the killer, he's playing with the entrails of the girl he's just killed. He cuts off the nipple, eats it.
Yeah, some quite graphic nipple cutting scene. Not quite like the New York Ripper, but you get the idea from that.
Yeah. Decides, actually, this is disgusting and throws up into the sink.
Yeah. Who'd have thought that? Have you ever been sick after eating a severed nipple?
No, I haven't. Have you?
Well, yeah, twice.
Yeah, I thought so.
Yeah, but they were mine. So, I can do what I want with them.
Yeah,
you go
Your
bringing
Honor.
this shit down on me.
Yeah. Manners and Sloane, or Sloane and Manners for Ken. They get there. They have a little skulk around the place.
Yeah, Manners is on the scene. Sloane, he's gone round the back.
Yeah, as he often does.
Yeah.
Manners finds the body. He's shaking his head.
It's
Logan,
a mutilated corpse. It's mutilated beyond recognition.
beyond belief.
Still see the vagina, though.
Logan appears behind Manners and smashes a bottle over his head. And you think, that's his Manners dead now. You'll never see this man again. All you hear, don't even think about it, fuck face.
It's Sloane!
Sloane to the rescue. Yeah, so he hits him over the head, Sloane to the rescue, and Logan's just saying the word pussy over and over again.
Yeah, it's because he's a rapist.
That's true.
That's all he's interested in.
Yeah. It's all too much for Manners, who mounts him and screams in his face.
Yeah, he's back, by the way, Manners. He's recovered consciousness.
Sloane has to pull him off, tells him to calm down.
Crikey.
Yeah, we've all been there.
Yeah.
We got the motherfucker is the most repeated line in this opening scene here.
Yes, it certainly is.
It's all Sloane tells us.
And he also tells Manners to calm down.
Yeah.
Says we're going to get you to a doctor, man.
That head injury's really fucked you up.
Yeah. Manners says he's okay, so that's all right. So he just lets him go and says, fair enough. Logan, unfortunately, chooses to say pussy one last time, and Manners shoots him in the face. That's enough. That's enough of that.
I like that. He's like, you son of a... He's like, you piece of trash.
You piece of trash! And just shoots him in the head. You see, it's just one last thing, isn't it? You know when you think, me and my big mouth? That's Logan right there.
Yeah, and that's it. Caption.
Yeah, he was handcuffed as well, by the way, when he shot him in the face.
Yeah.
He had already handcuffed him due to Sloane's police skills.
It's alive! It's alive! It's alive!
9 months later.
Yep.
Laugh out loud is what I've written. I remember watching this.
Yeah.
I remember watching that first few, and I was like, what the fuck is Ken let me? There's like a few things Ken let me very early on. This, Dark Place, Prometheus, which you've already covered. Yeah. This is one of the big ones.
Burial Ground as well, wasn't it?
Burial Ground. These are the ones
again we've already covered.
These are the ones.
I think this is probably the last of the unholy trinity that I lent you early on, isn't it?
No, there's one more.
In terms of films. Oh
Unspeakable.
Yes. Oh yeah, and Patrick actually.
And Patrick.
Yeah, so 5. The unholy pentacle.
Yes, there was 5 films where we first, and those were the ones when we sat down to let's do this podcast. Those were like pretty much the
top 5, the easy
first 5 films.
They
that
were the
written.
easy 5 of what to cover.
Yeah, and yes, so 9 months later, laughed out loud. And as I was saying, this is the scene I text Ken remember being just like, this is absolutely ridiculous. There's guys in full evil cult outfit. One guy's got like the goat horns, like the main guy. They're walking through a graveyard in like the middle of the day. You can see in the background cars driving past. It's a church
graveyard as well. It's not even like secluded. It's on the street. It's on the main street.
You can see guys playing. You can see guys in cars. We used to joke about the fact that there'd be people playing frisbee just in the background. And they're doing a satanic ritual to bring Logan back from the dead for reasons that's never explained.
No, well, that's
why you'd want to bring back...
Because they're Satanists, Dom.
That's true.
The time of awakening is at hand. Our father, Satan, has brought forth the power and the wisdom that will lead us to his infernal kingdom. We are the chosen ones. Guide us, Lord Satan, so that the blood of the infidels shall forever flow from our grasp. Buried beneath us, my children, are the rotten remains of one so foul, so eternally evil, that the very presence of this foul creation shall forever redeem us under the shadow of his infernal majesty.
Incidentally, the character, I don't know if he did the voiceover as well, but he's one of the writers, Todd Jaissle.
Oh yeah, he gets mentioned at the beginning, right?
Who I could possibly have been saying wrong all these years. I don't think I've ever said it out loud, to be honest. But yeah, he was one of the writers, and he played the main Satanist.
Great voiceover, our father, Satan! I like that bit. They take a baby doll out of a bag and jiggle it around a bit. And it's got crying noises.
Yes.
This would be, if this was done with any sort of budget, would be absolutely horrific of a scene to watch. But because it's a little plastic baby doll, it's just ridiculous. And the voiceover is, take this infant born of foul rape.
One of Jeff's favourite lines. Born of foul rape?
Yeah, rolls the R. To raise the corpse of its rapist father to rise and do your bidding.
Take this infant, born of foul rape, may its blood spill, to raise the corpse of its rapist father, and by the covenant of the damned shall he rise to do your bidding! Rise! 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 Rise!
So 15 minutes into the film, Ken, we've had foul rape, someone being shot to death, and baby sacrifice.
Yep.
15 minutes in.
Well, why not?
So they stab the fucking baby to death.
Yep.
Throw it in a hole and bury it.
Throw some dirt over it. It's a very lackluster burial. And then he decides he's going to piss all over it.
Yeah, he gets his big fake rubber dick out. More of that later.
Was it fake? I just thought he was blessed.
Starts pissing on the grave of Logan. And sure enough, Logan, middle of the day, people on their sort of morning jog.
Walking the dog out on the street.
Yeah, playing yo-yo. He rises up, grabs the leader of the cult's dick and rips it off.
Oh, that's got a smart.
That's going to be tender. Lots of gore now.
He stabs him with it.
Yeah.
He stabs somebody with that dick.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I don't know how hard he was when he was pissing. But
Yeah.
I've been there. You've got to sit down with that. You've got to push that bastard.
Difficult.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yep, or you just use the bath. Just got freewheeling in the bath.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's either that or you've got to sit down and push that right down. It hurts.
Yeah, yeah.
Still.
Yeah, because you don't want it to touch the inside of the toilet.
No, exactly
That's
not.
how you get
No.
infection.
Yeah, you don't want that. Right, guys?
Yeah,
We've all been there. Come on.
Yeah. Two of the cultists whip their masks off and they're like, we got to get out of here. They shoot off. There's lots of gore where one guy gets disemboweled.
Yeah, it's good. It's good fun. Good, wholesome fun.
Meanwhile, in the city, Sloane, he's having a dream of Logan killing his sister.
Yeah, Maggie,
yes. Manners, he's beating up a drug dealer off screen somewhere. I'm assuming he's a drug dealer because he's wearing sunglasses, although he could just be blind, is what I've written.
No, I'm pretty sure he's a blind drug dealer.
Yeah.
He's both.
That fucking head injury has seriously fucked up your brain, says Sloane when Manners gets back into the car.
Yeah, they just shout at each other from here on in, don't they? Every bit of dialogue between these two is them shouting at each other.
I like there's a silence where they're just sort of looking down into their own laps, and then Sloane just goes, "It's not right. It's like he's still here, raping over and over again."
That's to bring us back to the plot, isn't it? Yeah. Because he says, what the fuck was that all about? And he goes, goddamn scumbags, man. Goddamn scumbags holding out on me, man. So, whatever.
Whatever.
He says, he had 15 department shrinks said I'm okay. What, you're going to say that I'm unstable? Fucking 15. 15 department shrinks.
Yeah.
How big's the Seattle PD that they've got 15 fucking, like, psychiatrists available, all looking at Manners? And they've all said he's okay, the lunatics. Yeah, and anyway, yes, we somehow get back onto the Logan plot from Sloane. A fantastic segue of just pausing slightly and then starting up again.
And also, I love, like, this dialogue now, like, is absolutely perfect. It's like Tarantino. This is. He says, Manners reminds him that Logan's dead. He killed him, and he says that's got to mean something to you, Sloane, at least, because he's talking about his sister. And Sloane says, maybe you're right. And Manners says, of course I'm right. Now let's go bust some fucking punks. And then Sloane says, maybe you're right. And then Manners says, of course I'm right. Now let's go bust some fucking punks. They do it again. And then he says, maybe you're right again. It's like, what in the world is this?
He's being convinced.
Yeah.
He's coming round to the idea, but very slowly and repeatedly.
And then they drive
Slowly.
away. They drive
And
away.
repeatedly.
What a fantastic bit of dialogue where they just repeat the lines back
You've
to
got
each
to
other.
assume that's just Sloane forgetting where he was in the script and just
Yeah.
remembering that's the only line he had and just said it again.
Yeah, and Manners just carried on.
Yeah, and they've just gone with it. Why not?
Back to the two cultists who are hiding out in a motel. They're talking about counter spells to stop what they've unleashed.
Yeah, apparently there's a counter spell where you can summon another demon who goes over to like clear everything up.
Yeah, he's like a
straighten it all out.
demonic janitor, I think they describe it as.
That is the quote. Yeah, I quite like that.
Yeah. We haven't seen a naked woman for a while anyway. Should we go and have a look?
Exactly. It's been 5 minutes, so let's have another one.
Yeah, bondage.
Yeah, it was a British flag.
Yeah, but they're not British, though, are they?
No, I don't know. The guy's kind of almost
Australian,
he's a bit more Australian, but yeah, he's trying.
My note is this might be the most depressing sex scene I've ever watched. So with saying that, probably the most realistic.
Yeah, I was going to say, you ain't seen shit, man.
Yeah.
No, I liked it. This got me fully aroused. Well, we've got a goth girl. She's got piercings.
What do you think to her, Kenneth?
I liked her.
Yeah, me too. I was a big fan.
I was a bit disappointed with her ass when we get to see it, but
why?
I just was. I've got
What
high
have
standards.
you got against asses?
I've got high standards when it comes to asses, and that didn't quite meet
talk
it.
me through what that means.
I don't
Ken.
think I can, but it didn't quite meet that criteria. Obviously, I'd have been in like bloody Flynn, as they say,
as all the kids say, yeah.
in like Quint. I think.
From Jaws?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah,
Into the shark's mouth.
if that's what it's called. If that's what it looked like.
I think she was nice.
Okay.
Do you reckon she's about 50 now, isn't she, probably?
Yeah, I've got her name written down. She wrote, it's in the credits.
Yeah.
Very unusual names. I'm not sure they're all actually real names.
No.
Maybe they use their pseudonyms.
There is some comedy names, isn't there? Like, there's like a X-Files names in the cast.
There are, yes.
Yeah.
But on this one, I don't know if it's her real name, but let me have a quick look for you. Jen O'Side. Which I'm not sure is her real name.
No.
But obviously, I'm not saying that I wouldn't. I'd be straight in there.
In like Flynn, I've heard.
Yeah. In fact, forget it. I thought she got a fucking lovely arse, Dom. Really liked it.
Well, Ken, I didn't ask. But the guy, he's got like tights on his head.
He has, yeah.
Her bra.
He's got like a little mustachio under there as well, hasn't he?
Do you know what it reminded me of? You know, in Hellraiser, when the guy he gets undressed and it's just depressed. It's like Phil Collins. He looks like Phil. This guy's got like brown underwear on. It's just such a depressing.
He's like Napoleon Dynamite's brother with some pantyhose on his head.
That is a fucking great.
I think that's what he looks a bit like.
He is, yeah. And he's kind of whipping her a little bit, but not enough.
Jeff Nelson, he's used his real name.
Yeah.
Jeff Bondage Boy.
Well, why wouldn't you?
Credits.
Why wouldn't you? It's such a promising role to expand upon. He's whipping her so like he might as well not be doing either not do it or do it.
He does actually say, "I'm not going to stand here whipping you all day." It's just like, well, you haven't started really.
Yeah, exactly.
It's kind of like lightly brushing her backside with a fucking bit of string.
Exactly. It's like, what's the point? Anyway,
have you ever whipped a girl's ass?
Yes.
Have you?
Yeah.
Did she enjoy it?
Well, she didn't have any choice.
No. Okay, so it wasn't her that instigated it.
No.
Did she know you were there before you started doing it?
Nope.
Excellent stuff.
I've learned from the best, Ken.
You're welcome.
None of that's true, people. Don't sue me.
Have you ever had your ass whipped by a girl?
No.
No. Okay.
Not on purpose.
How can you accidentally do that?
Exactly. So Logan turns up, and have you ever had your ass whipped by a girl?
Oh, I thought you were not going to ask. I thought I got away with that one.
Yeah, no.
Yes.
I bet you have. Mm-hmm. But I know who did it
numerous
as well.
times. Do you?
Mm.
Write it down. Slide it over here. Let me have a look. Not on my arse. How am I supposed to see that?
It's alive! It's alive! It's alive!
Logan turns up and he strangles the guy to death.
Yeah, he pulls his heart out or something.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
I think he does, yeah.
The woman's tied up, by the way, that's getting whipped. She's tied to the front of the bed. And Logan decides that he's going to have sex with her.
Yeah, he's just going to rape her. Why not? She is already assuming the position, as it were.
Well, I'm surprised he did with how disappointing her arse was.
I told you. I would have as well. Come on.
Yeah, mental all round. Crazy scene.
Yeah, a rape scene. He's got his big old prosthetic penis. He looks like he's trying to get that in there. And then we just see like blood-stained buttocks, which is one of our albums.
It was indeed, yes. We were trying to be all sort of Judas Priest, weren't we?
Yeah. It wasn't a good tour, was it?
No.
It wasn't a good name for the tour.
It was the Foul Rape Tour. Yeah. Cult fucks. We're back with them. They're in the graveyard. They're there to summon the demon to help them recapture Logan. But nothing happens once they do the ritual.
Yeah, they do the ritual. Nothing happens. And they go, oh, fuck it then. Let's go home. And they go, yeah, go on then.
Yeah.
Off they go.
Manners and Sloane. There's a failed drug bust. They didn't show. Or did they?
Well, I'll tell you what did happen. Manners did it again, didn't he? He's beaten another man to death and stolen the drugs.
Mm-hmm.
This is at the fisherman part of the world, I believe.
It is indeed, yeah.
That's where they are.
Yep.
Did you make the bust? And he says, they didn't show, man. They didn't show. And they just basically shout that at each other. He says, Manners, what the fuck are you doing? And he says, it's cold medicine, man.
Yeah, he
says
snorts a line, doesn't he?
He says he's got a cold, but he's sniffing a line of cold medicine.
Yes.
Which, just a little hint there, if you ever get asked, it works. Works on the police. Sloane was totally fooled by it.
Man, we got to do something about this fucking rapist. The governor's freaking out, says Sloane.
Yeah, bringing us back to the plot, as he always does.
Yeah, good old Sloane. Keeping us on track.
He's the cement that holds us all together.
They get to the house of the bondage couple to find that the bodies have been eaten. The woman, there's literally a head and then just like offal just on the bed.
Yeah.
Looks like somebody decided to throw a party, says Sloane. Eddie's most blasé is what I've written.
He sure is.
Considering he's haunted by this serial killer that's done that same thing to his sister. That's a very flippant comment, isn't it, from him?
Yeah. And then they say, I think another cop comes in and says, if I didn't know better, I'd say this was the work of your friend Logan.
Cut to a couple camping in the forest.
Yes, off we go to the forest now.
Couple camping in the forest. Girl, she's got sort of blonde dreadlocks. What do you think to her, Ken? Disappointed with her as well? Or?
No, very impressed with her.
Yeah, she was.
Very impressed.
She says they're in a tent together. She says, seeing as me and you are in a tent in the woods, I will let you do anything you want to me. And I don't know, I can't even fathom.
Yeah,
because,
what on earth must he have whispered?
Because anything you want would insinuate
anything.
Well,
it literally it states it.
But with, like what could he have said to her that would have made
so
her...
he whispers it anyway, so we never find out.
Yeah, and she just slaps him in the face, says, get the fuck out of here, so he fucks off. But luckily, she's not alone for much longer.
Hello, who's this? It's Logan. He's on the rape again.
The lad sees it happen as well when he drags her out the tent to do it.
Yeah, he goes back, doesn't he? Because he's forgotten. What has he forgotten? His keys or something. He's about to just fuck off. He's out of there.
His second hat.
Yeah, he's out of there. He's had enough. He's had enough of this incredibly attractive woman in a tent. He's fucking leaving because she won't let him do whatever it was that he could say.
Yeah, well, it wouldn't have been anal because that insinuates whatever you want.
Yeah, anything you want. Yeah, so I don't know. Fucking nasal.
Yes, probably nasal.
Straight up there. Rip her fucking nose open.
Nasal. Yeah, I think it probably was.
I was struggling to think of what else is options.
It was definitely nasal.
Yeah, well, she didn't like that anyway.
So he sees this happening, and then he goes and grabs his gun from the...
Yeah, so he runs and gets his gun, so maybe it wasn't his keys.
Instead of stopping it from happening, he decides to run and get his gun. And by the time he comes back, she's already dead.
It's classic American mentality.
She's already dead. He gets attacked. Logan manages to turn the gun onto him.
What Logan's done is he's like totally fucking eviscerated her, hasn't he?
Yeah.
But then he's taken the time to write the word slut on the tent, which I'm not sure she was. I mean, she was fighting against what he suggested.
Yeah.
I think slut's a bit harsh.
I think so.
I think it's a bit unwarranted there. But, you know, she's dead, so she's not even going to see it. So I don't really know what the point of him writing it was.
I think this film's brought the worst out in us. I'm not sure what we're going to be able to keep in this episode.
Anyway, yeah, he turns the gun on the guy. He shoots him in the fucking head and he's dead. The girl, incidentally, in the tent, her name, and again, not sure if it's real, Drew, D-R-U, Barrymore.
Drew Barrymore? No.
As in to bury more people.
Yeah, or Drew Barrymore.
Well, obviously, yeah. You can't pretend her fucking name's Drew Barrymore because we know it isn't.
Well,
I know what they're playing on here, Dom. You don't have to explain that. You don't have to explain that to me.
What she's done there is she has fashioned her name similar to the actress Drew Barrymore.
Oh yes, who used to present Whose Line Is It Anyway?
Yes,
that's him, isn't it?
Yeah, that's
little
him.
Flat top, fat guy.
When I first saw this next bit, now I was just like, "What in the world is this?" We go back to the graveyard, and the dirt on the grave starts moving, and the dead baby has reanimated. That's the demon that's going to stop Logan.
Yes, that's right, yes.
And it's flying around on a fishing wire.
It is, yeah.
Thoughts on that, Ken, when you first saw that?
I don't even know how they did it back then.
No.
The special effects. I thought, I don't even know what I'm seeing here.
When did you first turn this? You know, you were saying about earlier when you were saying that you watched
turned it off.
Yeah.
I think it was the first scene. I think it was the first death. I was on a gore trip at the time, so I was buying like the most gory films ever. Not the real shit. I don't want to see any of that.
Yeah.
But I was looking at like gory films. And this was up there as like, obviously this is like a gorehound's dream and stuff, and the front cover gave me that. The back cover, you've got the bit where he's like, his organs are all exposed, and I thought, that looks pretty good. So I was really pleased to get it, and then I watched it, and I was really just thought, oh man, this is fucking bad, and turned it off. So it was like the first death, potentially actually when we first met Sloane and Manners. That may have been it for me.
Yeah.
But then, yeah. But then I thought about it. It was with them when I worked with the Sergeant Splatter, a regular listener and contributor, depending how we want to say that.
Not to be confused with Sergeant Slaughter, the WWE Hall of Famer.
No, it wasn't him, no. I didn't work with him, sadly. He never replied to my letters. But we used to leave each other like our new purchases, and this was one that I left for him. But I did. I watched it again a couple of nights later, and I thought it's fucking brilliant because I watched it with a different mindset, and that mindset was, this is fucking ridiculous. So I just really, really enjoyed it. So knowing that bit, I really enjoyed it. But this bit, fucking hell, it's a close, isn't it? This is close to being a fuck off.
Yeah,
yeah.
It's the baby.
It's just the noise it makes, really.
Yeah. Cut to the cultists. They're praying to Anton LaVey. I think it's Anton LaVey, the picture.
It is, yeah. I don't know who did the picture. It's pretty good.
Yeah,
it looks like it's a painting of Anton LaVey, of course, who founded the Satanist Church, as it is known, as the whole Satanism thing. But yeah, it is quite a good picture, and I hope you enjoy it because you see it fucking loads. So whoever did it was pretty proud of it. It was in the film a lot, so it might have been Matt himself who did that.
Again, a knock on the garage door behind them because they're in one of their garages.
It's just like a lockup, isn't it? That they're hiding in.
Open it up, and the baby flies in, and we get some of the finest baby attack work from
Baby on a Wire attack.
Yeah. From any director.
Not to be confused with Bird on a Wire, starring Goldie Hawn and Mel Gibson.
Or Man on a Wire, the documentary about the...
That's true, or Man on a Ledge. There's loads of things you could confuse this with if you're an idiot.
Yeah.
Yeah, but don't. Don't, because it's not them.
Yeah. Well, one of the cultists, he gets killed. The other one manages to escape. Manages to run off into the night. Or bright, sunny, middle of the day, as is most of this film. Cut to Manners, he's shaking down a drug dealer who doesn't say a single thing that makes sense.
He's on I'm a drug dealer overload, isn't he? With his dialogue. Yeah, he's just saying man and essay. I think he may say a couple of times. He's not Mexican, but he does say it a lot. He's dressed as a Mexican, isn't he? Like a sort of gangbanger kind of thing.
Yeah, you know Channing Tatum in 22 Jump Street?
My name is Jeff.
My name is Jeff.
He might as well have said that. Yeah. It'd have been the only thing we understood.
Manners tries some of his shit, gives it a sniff. That shit is good.
He likes it.
And kills him. Yeah, shoots him in the head.
And just gets rid of him, just takes the drug, likes it, steals it, shoots him in the head.
I mean, if Manners was...
Broad fucking daylight again, as Dom's mentioned. All of these scenes are in broad daylight.
If Manners wasn't played by Cliff Richard, this would be an interesting, not giving a fuck cop, wouldn't it? In a film.
And in a different film.
And in a different film, yeah.
I guess so. It's like Bad Lieutenant.
Yeah.
It's very similar, isn't it? It certainly reminded me of the performance by Harvey Keitel.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yes, it was very reminiscent of that. Brought it to my forefront of my mind every time we saw Manners just shout motherfucker and shoot somebody for no reason.
I like how Sloane just lets Manners go and do whatever the fuck he likes. And
He's
Sloane
sitting in
just
the car,
sits in the car, yeah.
He's sitting in the car. Manners is the man who's shaking the punks down.
Yeah.
Sloane's sitting in the car dreaming of his sister Maggie, unfortunately raped and killed by Logan. Yeah, but he does. Whenever he gets in, Sloane, he always says, how did it go? What happened? He always gives him some sort of nothing. Didn't have any. He was holding out on me, man.
No.
That's his biggest fear.
Yeah.
He is manners. He's not going to call himself that. Yeah, he always basically says that. He's holding out on me, man.
Yeah.
And then they just fuck off again. Just drive off. He's like, that's good enough for me.
Yeah. They drive off into the countryside, and that's when they see one of the cultists.
Yeah, the survivor of the two.
He's walking up the road. They stop.
Yeah, after an awkward turnaround.
Yeah.
Yeah, they turn the car around, park up. Manners gets out, asks him a few questions.
Yeah. He's talking about demon rapists, and Manners asks if he's on drugs and if he's holding out on him.
You're holding out on me, man. Broad daylight again.
Broad daylight, 3 foot from the car.
You all right, buddy? It's a demon. It's a horrible demon. A demon? Are you on drugs?
No, man. It's a demon, man.
You are
Gotta
on drugs,
stop it.
aren't you?
No, man. I'm not on drugs, man.
You carrying?
No, man.
Huh? What do you got? What do you got? You got crack?
No.
You got smack,
No, man. You don't-
Wait a minute,
no,
man.
you don't-
You got. What do you got? You got blow?
No, it's a demon, man. That's the rapist. Man.
You holding out on me?
No,
man?
I'm not, man.
You cheap ass punk. You holding out
I'm
on
not,
me?
man. You gotta do something, man.
What do you got, man? Don't be holding out on me, man. I'm telling you, don't be holding out on me.
Oh, man.
Fucking
No,
trash. Fucking trash. I'll fucking kill you, man. Get out of you.
Knocks him to the ground, stamps on his head until he's dead.
Yes. Sloane winds the window down.
This, for me, this is brilliant. Sloane.
I remember you and Jeff
He gets
laughing at
back
this.
in and Sloane's just like, what the hell is going on? Just watched him kick him to death. He's only parked 3 feet away. He's facing the fucking thing. The rest of them, he's not there. This one, he's not involved, but he's sat as close as I am to Dom, which is just over the table. He's sat that far away, watching the whole thing. What the hell is going on, Manners? He started talking about demons or something, and then started smashing his own head into the ground.
Yeah, I think he was on PCP. And Sloane accepts this. God bless him.
He does. He says, well, that sounds kind of crazy. And he says, yeah, it sounds crazy, but you'll back me up, right? And he says, you're my partner. Of course, but the brass might be suspicious.
That's really strange, man. Just really strange.
Really strange. Just witnessed his partner kick a man to death, stamping on his head and smashing him into the floor. But, you know, that is strange.
That is strange.
Really, really strange. Still, Logan, meanwhile, Logan's now walking the city streets in daylight.
Broad daylight as well, yeah.
Still nobody's fucking noticed.
Sloane, we cut to him at home. He's watching cartoons.
I love the classic cartoon sound effects in this shit.
Yeah.
You're like, just that going on.
Yeah.
And then he gets a monologue scene into a dictaphone. And he's just reading it. It's on his lap, isn't it?
He does. He just talks about how Manners is a danger to the community and a threat to himself.
Yeah, he just thinks he's unstable. You know, although he's his partner, he just thinks he's a bit unstable. That head injury is what's been getting to him.
This is Detective Sloane, Seattle Police Force Unit 12. I have reason to believe my partner, Detective Manners, has become psychologically unbalanced and possibly no longer able to perform its duties as a police officer. Due to head injury Manners received on the job several months ago, his judgment and possibly even his sanity have become greatly impaired. I believe Manners to be a danger to the community and possibly even a threat to himself.
We move straight on to another goth chick, and she's got herself a rubber doll, hasn't she? She's got
This is
herself
very odd.
an inflatable sex doll.
Yeah, this is a very odd scene. This scene goes on forever.
It is quite a long scene, yes, but
You ever watched a goth girl finger a rubber blow-up doll before?
not before this. No,
No.
many times since.
You didn't realise that was your thing
Yeah.
until you watched this.
I don't know how it's her thing.
No,
What's
I
she
don't
getting
know.
out of this? Well, she's got a rubber doll. It's a female doll as well.
Hey, not to kink shame anyone though, right?
Of course not. No, if that's your thing, you ain't hurting nobody. You go for it, girl. Right?
Absolutely correct.
But anyway, yeah, this rubber doll. It's a female doll as well, and it's got 3 holes. I counted them. The main 3, as they're known.
Nasal, yeah.
The main 3, Dom.
Oh,
That's
sorry.
Special only.
Yeah, it's only if you're in a tent in the wilderness you do that.
Look, if you get offered anything, what else are you going to go for?
Yeah.
Anyway, I wouldn't rather anyway. I'd just go straight on, please. Anything.
Straight on. Ken being very British there, of course.
If she offered anything...
No. Straight on, please.
Try all the positions. Normal.
Yeah, normal.
Doggy.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Normal again.
normal, on top, and doggy.
Yeah.
You know, all of them. So... So, I don't know what he would have suggested. Why would he want any of that? I'm assuming it's their first time as well.
Yeah.
If they finally were alone. So why would he say, right, okay, I want to have sex with an anus? You wouldn't, would you? You'd go, I just want the vagina, please.
I don't think that was their first time, Ken. I think you're insane to think.
I'm happy with the vagina.
Very good. That's the name of Ken's autobiography. If anyone's wanting to purchase that, badmoviecult@gmail.com.
I can only imagine it's pleasant. I don't know her.
No, Pleasance. Donald Pleasance. That was his sketch show, wasn't it?
Yeah. Donald's pleasant.
I can only imagine it's Pleasance. That's like his Beatles about.
Where he pranks people and takes his disguise off, and it's Donald Pleasance
He doesn't
out for world domination.
He doesn't disguise himself. How could he? It's fucking Donald Pleasance.
Wearing his fucking
Mac.
foil.
Yeah,
And his
from
foil
Puma Man.
from Puma Man. At all times. I can only imagine his presence. Dun, dun, dun. And it is. No, anyway, where were we? Before I started talking, before Drew Barrymore's vagina again.
Rubber doll scene.
Yes, rubber doll.
Not rubber, whatever the fuck it is. Latex.
Inflatable. So yes, so she's there messing about with it, and she decides that she's going to get a big old dildo. Big old bloody thing, isn't it, that?
Yeah.
And she's going to try and stick it in the doll's anus.
Yeah.
Why? What's
Why
she
not?
getting from it?
Well, as long as it's harmless to anyone else,
Yeah,
why not?
I know, but it doesn't even go in properly.
I body doubled for that dildo.
I was the doll. You son of a bitch. Have you ever fucked a doll?
Mm-mm.
No? Would
No,
you?
I've actually never even seen one in real life.
Really?
That wasn't like the small, like, comedy ones
I suppose, yeah.
for like, stag do's and stuff.
Would you, though?
I don't think so, no.
If someone gave you one, no, if somebody bought you one, it's still sealed. Obviously, it's not a fucking here you go. Use mine,
Second-hand, yeah.
borrow mine.
I don't think so. I think technology's moved on that if I was going to buy something like that, it wouldn't be a doll.
Okay, so even if you were gifted one,
No, I don't think
you
I'd
wouldn't
fuck one,
inflate it and have sex with it in all three.
No, I don't.
No,
Nose.
no, 3 noses. It's a total recall. No,
No, I don't
Okay,
think so.
fair
You
enough.
would, wouldn't you?
yeah, I would. I think
That's hard to explain to the wife.
I think it'd really hurt though. It doesn't look like
Like emotionally.
for her, yeah. No, but it doesn't. It's not lubricated, is it? These ones weren't back then, back in the early
I don't
90s.
think any of them are. I don't think they come ready lubricated, would they?
Really? That's disappointing.
If you
I mean,
blow them up-
surely the modern day you can.
Well, let us know.
You could-
badmoviecult@gmail.com, guys. Let us know. Matt Jaissle, you'll fucking know, won't you?
It's alive! It's alive! It's alive!
Anyway, yeah. So that what she decides to do is to put a dildo up the inflatable doll's anus, and Logan appears. I don't know how he keeps getting into these buildings, but he does.
He can barely walk.
But there he is, and
Mate, I don't blame him with that between his legs.
bloody foul rape.
Yeah.
Foul rape once again. He what he does do, he delicately.
He does. He's very soft with
very
his
delicate
removal.
as he removes her bra.
Yeah.
which I quite liked. I like that. It's a little gentleman's touch.
You like that, did you?
Yeah, I did, yeah. And then, unfortunately, not so delicately, stabs her beautiful breasts.
Yeah.
Her fake name was Anne R. Key. Anarchy. Well done.
Yeah.
Anyway, and she played a character called Doll Lover. And that's that.
That name could also be Logan's name, though, right?
Doll Lover, yes, because he sees the doll. I actually quite liked, whilst he was stabbing her, that we got a close-up of the doll. And with the doll's obviously fucking open-mouth face, it kind of looked like a silent scream. It's probably not what it was supposed to represent at all, but I liked that. I thought if that was like edited, quick cut edit, and you saw that during a stabbing or anything, it would be quite an effective thing.
I always think they're creepy, the face of those sort of dolls. I think it's probably because, like Alice, Sweet Alice, like I always think that's a really creepy...
Yeah. Yeah, well, that's a child.
No, but the mask.
Oh, right, okay. It's fucking disgusting, though. Yes, but then Logan, he looks up, he sees the doll, and
Dreamweaver.
instantly falls in love with it. Yeah, might as well. He falls in love with it, gives it a kiss in its big open mouth.
Yes.
Yeah. And that's a lovely scene.
That is a lovely scene, yeah.
And then we cut now. There's a flying baby flying through the fucking fields of wherever, like Seattle.
Yeah.
Flying through the countryside fields. And what it sees Logan dancing around with an inflatable doll in love.
Yes.
And it follows them. And he's laying her down. And he lays her down by a tree. And he goes in, gives her a little kiss, and then he's attacked by a doll on a fishing line.
Yeah.
Who's going, whee! And it punctures the doll. It's awful. Logan's heartbroken.
He's distraught, isn't he?
Absolutely heartbroken that the love of his life has been punctured. And they have a chase. If you ever wanted to see a zombie with a prosthetic penis flapping about chasing a baby on a fishing wire, this is the scene you need to home in on. Chases it through the fields, and then we just cut from that and we go straight back to the cops,
back to the real stars of the film, Manners and Sloane.
Yep. And it's Manners. Manners gives us a Taxi Driver style monologue here, where he's basically just saying, I think he's probably more offensive what he's saying than Robert De Niro. It's the same sort of thing.
Yeah.
All these fucking scumbags. This town's full of scumbags. Pushers. Pimps. Gangbanging faggots. They don't deserve to live. Somebody with enough balls ought to come along and just wipe the filth right off the street. Fags and hippies. Scummy hippies! I think we should just toss our badges aside and blow their fucking heads off! Scummy hippies! What do you say, Sloane? Let's just wipe out all the fucking trash in this shithole town. We'd be doing them a favor.
I don't know, Manners. Just ain't gonna be that fucking easy.
And then they get a report coming in, and it's the DNA report from Dispatch. And this report comes in on the car electric razor that they've got set up, which I think is supposed to be their radio, but it looks like an electric razor to me. And do you know who's playing the voice of the Dispatch?
Is it Jaissle himself?
It's Matt Jaissle, yes it is, yeah. And he's telling us that the DNA that they've got from the previous rapings is none other than fucking Logan himself.
Oh my God.
They can't believe it. Unfortunately, Manners is injecting himself with something into his fucking arm at the time, which Sloane can't believe. He's just saying, "What the fuck are you doing, Manners?" And he says it's his cold medicine.
Cold medicine again, yeah.
He says, "Cold medicine, my ass. Fuck." And then they basically just swear at each other for a bit longer.
So he injects Sloane's arse with the cold medicine.
Yeah, but whilst that's all going on, Sloane, out of the corner of his detective's eye, spots Logan lurching through the streets in the day, and he says, "Fuck, back me up, man, back me up, shit." And then he gets out of the car, and for me, this is the funniest scene in the fucking film. It's Sloane running, and fucking hell, it makes me laugh every time. I rewound this 4 times and watched him run up the street, and I fucking laughed every single time. It's a sight to see. We've laughed at Seagal running. We've laughed at other people running, but fucking hell, Sloane running is a sight to behold. It made me laugh so much. It looks like he's also shitting. It looks like he's currently mid-shit as he runs off up the street. And we can't rule it out, but fucking brilliant. I love to see him with his gun drawn, chasing Logan.
Isn't that good that we can't rule it out? This is the sort of film that you can't rule that sort of thing out.
Manners, meanwhile, he tries to get out of his car, but he's in a sort of drug haze blur. So the camera gives you the blurry effect that he doesn't know what the fuck is going on. And he eventually just falls over. Yeah. And then we cut back to the main thing, the main action, which is Sloane. He's chasing a zombie who's got his dick out, who's chasing a baby on a fishing line. And it's a fucking spectacular scene. So you've got a guy who's shitting his own pants, chasing a zombie's dick wielder, who's chasing a baby on a fishing line. And it's broad daylight, people. It's like, nobody's noticing. No one cares. They're just happy with that. It's fine. And they go into the shrine, which is the garage lockup, and there's a fight. Logan, he stabs the baby dead after it flies onto his face. He stabs himself in the face, but fortunately the baby's in the way. So he stabs that baby dead. Sloane, fuck knows how far behind he was, but he eventually arrives now. And he's got a gun on Logan. And he's disarmed. Logan's got a fucking axe. We don't know where he got it from, but he's got an axe, and he disarms Sloane with the axe. Sloane, they circle each other. It's a fucking for quite a long time.
Oh man!
And during that time, while they're circling, Sloane has a flashback to his sister, Maggie. Remember?
I do remember Maggie.
Yeah, and then he remembers who the fuck Logan is somehow. Like he wasn't aware of it until this flashback. But then he says, "I don't know how you're back, but you're not getting away." Punches Logan in the face. That's when he stabs the baby onto his face as well.
Yeah.
So yeah, he picks the knife up, and the baby's still on it. He stabs Logan in the face with the knife and the baby. And he picks up the axe. This is all Sloane, by the way.
Yeah.
The mega hero that Sloane is. Picks the axe up and then chops Logan up into pieces, saying, "That's for my sister Maggie." He names her again. I don't know how Dominic picked up on a fucking name. Every time he says sister, he says Maggie afterwards.
The emotion, the raw emotion that goes into Sloane saying this as well.
I wept again.
You couldn't tell if he was brutally murdering the rapist killer of his sister, or he was reading out a newspaper fucking article.
Or he was just answering the phone.
Yeah, he's speaking into his dictaphone about manners.
He is seriously fucking sweaty at this point as well, Sloane.
He doesn't understand tone.
It's like he's never spoken to a human. Whilst he's doing that, another zombie arrives. Remember the Satanite, as they're known in the credits? Remember him that got killed in that shrine? Well, he's back as a zombie, and he grabs Sloane, and he's about to attack Sloane properly when suddenly Manners turns up, shoots him fucking dead, shoots the zombie straight through the fucking head. Basically says to Sloane, "What the fucking hell's going on here?" He explains to him it's a demon, it's a zombie who's a demon, and it's Logan that they killed at the beginning of the film.
I like how understanding Manners is as a partner.
Manners, of course, says, "What? Are you on drugs? Are you fucking holding out on me, man?
Oh,
no. He's triggered himself back into the natural reaction that Manners has, and he beats the shit out of Sloane. Beats him to the ground, beats him to death, leaves, and then he takes to the streets. Shouting, fucking, and all this, shooting into the sky.
Start singing West End Girls with the Pet Shop Boys.
Dun-dun-dun-dun-dun. He's shouting on the streets about all the drug dealers and fucking holding out on him and all the scumbags.
Fucking scumbag, man! Fucking, you're dead now, man! Fuck that!
We get some captions that come up and just round it all off, kind of like an epilogue without having to film one. I've written them down, which I'll do. I'll do in a voice of, I don't know if they could have got a voice to do it. Following a lengthy internal investigation, Detective Martin Manners was cleared of all charges surrounding the Logan case, having become interested in the supernatural. As a direct result of this case, Detective Manners elected to quit Seattle Police Force. He joined the FBI as a special agent, where he was assigned to oversee reopening of several unsolved cases involving serial killers with paranormal overtones. Due to the especially brutal and disturbing nature of these cases, they would become to be known as the NECRO FILES.
Holy shit.
End of fucking film.
It's alive! It's alive! It's alive!
What the fucking hell?
That all of that happened in less than an hour and a half.
Yes,
an hour and
it did.
14 minutes, I think it is.
It fucking did.
Absolutely.
It's amazing,
superb.
Isn't it? Isn't it amazing?
Yeah. In terms of people who love these sort of trashy, sleazy horror films, this has got to be at the top of your list if you've not seen it.
There's trash and sleaze to the fucking max.
Yeah.
And I know you said we've gone off the rails here, but we can't not discuss it because that's all the film is.
Yeah, we've stooped to that level. Gladly, might I add.
We were at that level. We were already there years and years ago. This was the level we were already at.
Yeah.
And I fucking love it. It's brilliant. Such a good fun film. Absolutely ridiculous, but fucking enjoyable.
The question is, Ken, does this go in to the bad movie cult?
I think it has no choice but to go in.
Yeah.
And
It's at the head of the table. This.
Yeah.
It goes up
and
there.
It's esteemed. It's an esteemed member of the cult.
It goes up there. It goes in there alongside Prometheus.
Yep, Burial Ground. It's in there with all of those.
Soon to be joined by others that we have shortlisted.
Yeah, but I think this and Prometheus for me, these were the two films that really, I just couldn't believe what the fucking hell I was watching. And especially, I was made me make a fucking Facebook group specifically for this film.
So yes, the NECRO FILES, Matt Jaissle, welcome. First time appearance, first time induction.
100%.
Into the bad movie cult. And Sloane takes pride of place as one of the greatest characters that's ever graced this podcast.
Gary Browning made this and the sequel and then just fucked off, sat in his car,
into the
potentially
night.
Dead.
Yeah.
We don't know. He doesn't know. So nobody knows where he is.
No.
But I fucking love this film.
I think that's the perfect way to end our review with the NECRO FILES. Who knows where the fuck anyone who made this film is, except for the good director who's
of course still going.
Who's still going strong and making films. And even with this review, we haven't done it justice. You really need to watch it. So if you can get your hands on a DVD or even better the Blu-ray, I'm looking at the Blu-ray that Ken's got here, and it does look incredible. So
I have heard as well that he mentioned it's available on Tubi.
Oh, really?
It's on Tubi. It's not on the UK version, obviously not.
Yeah, I was going to say, how the hell?
We are very new to Tubi, so we've not got half of the shit that is available elsewhere. But he has said it is available over on Tubi.
Well, that is a no-brainer if you're in America and you love these sleazy films. You definitely need to get this watched.
Yeah, I can only imagine it's uncut. If it's cut, it's like about 3 minutes.
I was going to say, what's left in?
Yeah, that's the standard we're looking at here. It's got to be an uncut version. It's absolutely unbelievable.
It's alive! It's alive! It's alive!
So what now then, Ken? Are we cutting this here now? Are we done?
What do you reckon?
Or do you want to pitch it?
Should we do a pitch?
Let's do it. We haven't done one for a little while. Let's do a fucking film pitch.
Okay, right.
Kick off this serial killer September in style.
So we got a serial killer pitch.
Yeah.
Yeah? Okay. We've got... Okay, we discussed our serial killer motifs, if you remember. Your serial killer was known as the Footlong Lover, who would put a baguette down the throat of his victims.
Yes, probably,
something like that. And mine was the Ballooniac.
Yeah.
Who was covered in balloons to achieve altitude. To maybe if it was
to float into someone's window.
Yes, without leaving footprints.
Yeah.
So how about we have those two facing off?
You like a versus, don't you?
Yeah,
the last one we've done's versus.
So how about we have those? They're running their own separate. You know, they're not anywhere connected.
Just like Freddy versus Jaissle.
Yes, we're just two murderers going about our own business.
Yeah.
And suddenly, the press get wind of it. Yeah. And it's who can get the most coverage in the press.
Yeah.
So we go against each other.
Lots of kills, lots of
foot-long kills, lots of balloon-related murders.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we go against each other.
I like it.
Although, obviously, the very, very end scene, we meet.
Yeah.
And that's when it all kicks off proper.
But instead of a fight, can we have a dance number where we become friends?
Of course we can.
Like a big, like at the end of Blazing Saddles?
Yeah.
Like something like that?
Yes, please.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like it.
Okay, so we start off. It's a dark street. Yeah. Oh, actually, no. Let's start off with a
bright street, middle of the day.
Yeah. Let's do everything in the day, and let's have a naked lady having a bath.
Excellent.
Okay.
Yeah.
Unrelated. She gets out. She gets dry. She gets dressed. She leaves.
Yes.
Yeah. Nothing happens.
Yeah. That's just in the credits. The opening sequence.
She's not in it again.
No,
but she's very attractive
and very clean.
Yeah, and starts her day the right way.
Nice,
which is lovely.
I do like that.
Yep. So that's how the film starts,
and that subverts the expectation. Like Scream, where there's a murder scene at the beginning. Yeah, we're just watching a woman just go about her day,
just having a bath. It's a bit weird having a bath, perhaps at the start of the day instead of the end, but you can't judge.
No, some people just want a bath when they wake up, don't they?
Exactly. It's relaxing, isn't it?
Yeah.
Shower's a bit more jolty awake. This one, nice and relaxing. She's got up with plenty of time. She's not late for work, so don't worry about that, listeners.
Yeah,
she's not
fit.
late.
She doesn't need to work.
Exactly. She's an attractive lady. She ain't got a job. She's just attractive 24/7.
Yeah.
That's all she needs. Anyway, she's not in it again.
No.
After the end credits, the credits end. That's it. She's gone. Then we cut to a murder. And who's committing the first murder? Who do we get?
It's got to be the Ballooniac.
The Ballooniac. Okay.
Just that silhouette, just floating through
and the squidge of the balloons as he walks on them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But you got them on the bottom of your feet as well.
Yeah.
That's very impractical, isn't it?
I don't want to leave footprints. That's the whole point.
That's true, yes.
I leave balloon prints.
Yeah.
They ain't got a clue. The balloons are all the same, Dom. There's no DNA on balloons. Told you before.
That's true. I think I've read that.
Yeah. So obviously, unless they burst and like the DNA props inside, but it's a pump that's used. DNA's gone.
Mm-hmm.
So, okay. So what? I'm just walking down the street.
Yeah. What do you look like?
I'm fully dressed in balloons.
So you're naked but balloons.
That'd be ridiculous. I've got a suit made of balloons.
But what's the suit? It's
coloured balloons, so you can't. If I'm naked or not, it's coloured.
Yeah, but. Okay, I'm with you.
Yeah.
What about your face?
Balloons.
Well, your eyes.
Yeah. Just really long balloons sticking out from
just
my
with
eyes.
Eyes on the...
Yeah.
Okay. Is this a speaking role or no? Do you say anything?
Of course I do. I'm not...
Oh, yeah, balloons for eyes is fine, but me asking you if you speak...
I'm not a fucking mute. Of course I speak.
You got a hat?
It's on the top.
Is it a balloon?
Yeah.
No, of course.
Yeah, but I've made it myself, so it's like a ring. It's a long balloon into a circle with another balloon sticking through
with
it.
3 balloons that meet at the top like a Pope's
hat.
It's
not a wizard fucking hat. No, it's just another balloon sticking out the top. So I'm just walking down the street. I'm going to work.
What's your fucking work as?
Children's entertainer.
The Ballooniac.
Yeah.
It's also
no, I'm not called that when I'm entertaining children.
But you're still covered in balloons.
Yes.
What the hell are you talking? What's your job?
Entertaining children.
I understand that bit, but doing what?
Balloons. They love them. Kids fucking love balloons.
What are you called then if you're not the Ballooniac?
The Balloon Man. Mr. Balloons.
Oh, God, that's kind of fucking terrifying.
Billy Balloons.
Billy Balloons.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's what I'm doing. I'm going to work.
But won't people be like, oh yeah, the fucking Billy Balloons over here is the man that's floating into people's houses and
because
killing
they
them?
don't know that's how I'm getting in, do they? The immediate thought is not, I bet he's covered in balloons. That's not the thought process of the police. That's not where they're gone. No, they think somebody's gaining access.
They know the victim.
Yes, or perhaps
They're made of balloons.
rappelling down the building from above.
Yeah.
That's Rappel Pete,
Yeah, yeah.
who's very unhappy that he's getting blamed for it all.
And very unpopular in the children's party scene.
Exactly, yeah, because of it.
Yeah.
Yeah, so he's been blacklisted.
Yeah.
Because people think it's him.
Yeah.
But no, I'm coming from below. That's my speciality. And people don't know it.
Yeah.
So there we go. That's me.
That's the backstory.
Yeah, so that's my backstory, which I tell exactly like I just have
Yeah,
to
just
you.
aggressively.
Yeah, just angrily to the cops.
Yeah, who just wants to learn your backstory.
And yes, I'm just going to work, minding my own business. But something happens, and you can see in my eye, one of the balloon eyes.
Do they move independently of each other?
Of course they do.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're independent balloons.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you can see a nasty glint. Somebody says something, and you can see that I'm angry by that, and I'll remember that, and that's that's my next victim.
Right.
They say,
"Do you leave a calling card?" Did we?
It's a deflated balloon.
Oh yeah, just
They say, who the fuck is this joker when I get there? And it's me, so I'm upset by that.
Mm.
And that means that they're the next victim.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I get that because, obviously, because I go to people's houses, I've got access to, like, their personal belongings and shit. So I get access to other people's details.
What's like a chain of people? They all know each other.
Well, yeah, I go to one, and then I get, like, I don't know, like maybe somebody's left their purse there, and I can have a quick look, see where they live. And if I don't like them, I'll go and kill them.
So they'll take like their kids to the thing, and
yeah.
you go into
it's a kid's party. It's not just one kid. I'm not just there for one child.
They let the child entertainer
ridiculous.
roam around the house.
Yeah, I'm getting ready.
Unsupervised.
I'm getting ready. I'm going for a drink.
You're already dressed in balloons when you turn up. How are you getting ready?
I'm not a machine. I can't just keep doing this. I've got to have some sort of refreshment break.
Yeah.
And they say, help yourself.
Have you got balloon hands?
Well, yeah, but I've got my own hands underneath.
So can you move your hands?
Yeah, it's like I'm.
Yeah, but you're not made of balloons.
No, of course not. Dom. That's silly.
You got a balloon dick.
Yes.
Real.
No, it's underneath. It's on top of my real dick.
This is raunchy, isn't it, listeners?
So basically, I'm wearing
you got
balloons.
balloon balls. So
yes,
why would you?
Yeah, but they're on top of my real balls.
So why would you make them?
For the kids. Don't you see? Everything's for the kids, Dom.
It's alive! It's alive! It's alive!
Okay, that's enough of the Ballooniac before we get...
Okay, let's get on to the Footlong Lover. What are you doing? First opening scene of the Footlong Lover.
I'm making delicious bread. I'm a baker by trade.
Ah, excellent.
It seems...
That's almost like a cover story.
It's almost too plausible, isn't it? Like, let's find out who
I don't think
makes
it's any
bakers.
less plausible than mine. Or more plausible.
That's true. We're both in occupations that they'd be looked at instantly if any of this stuff would be happening. But I make delicious bread for delicious people.
That's your slogan?
It is, yeah.
Yeah, I like that.
Yeah.
That's nice. I'd buy from you.
Yeah.
Because I'd like to think myself as delicious.
Exactly. So,
as many people would, I assume.
And I'm doing it to aid my deathly sick parent.
Oh dear, that's a shame.
Yeah.
So you've got a sort of sympathetic backstory.
He nearly died choking on a foot-long baguette as a child. And
children do.
And
you should put a bloody warning on them. I hope you do on your baguette wrappings.
And the bakers are too busy having sex to notice that I was choking to death.
Bloody dough balls.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's my name in the in it.
Dommy dough balls.
No, not Dom.
No, what is it then? Just dough balls.
Yeah.
That'd be stupid. No one's called dough.
Oh, the Dommy dough balls.
Dommy dough balls is far better and more realistic, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. Danny?
Danny. Oh, right. Okay. So, so you immediately throw in the police off the scent.
Yeah.
'Cause that's not your name, is it,
No.
Danny?
I'm also not the actual person. You're not the Ballooniac, are you?
Oh, okay. If you
What
want.
were you called?
If you
Mr.
like.
Balloon Bollocks. What was it?
Yeah, Billy
The
Balloons.
inflatable testes. What was it?
Billy Balloons.
Billy Balloons, yeah.
His inflatable testes.
And his inflatable testes.
That's his After Dark show for the adults when the
and-
kids are in bed.
And then Danny Doughballs is the Footlong Lover's alter ego.
They'd never think of us, would they?
Yeah, totally incognito.
These police have got no fucking clue.
So you're just a man covered in balloons, except your cock and balls, weirdly enough.
No, they are also covered.
But you've also grafted
Balloons onto them.
but also like balloon, not just a balloon just to cover. You've made individual balloons for your cock and balls.
Of course, yes.
Yeah, just checking.
Yes, of course.
Yeah, I've done the same with dough balls and baguettes for me.
Yeah, so you're
I'm a man of bread.
You're wielding. So you made of bread.
Yes,
Are you covered in bread?
I'm covered in bread.
Because you could perhaps, I think theoretically, you could slice a baguette and wear it on your arm,
Yeah.
couldn't you? On each arm,
Yep.
like as kind of like bread armor.
Yeah.
Is that what you wear in a day to day, or would that be when you're out on the kill?
Out on the kill.
I was going to say, surely day to day. That's a bit obvious, isn't it?
I've got these as well.
Bread gloves.
Yes.
Excellent
Yeah.
work.
You can eat them
So you can eat your own
to
hands.
get rid of the evidence.
So there'd be no fingerprints except inside the gloves, but you would eat them
Yeah.
on the scene, or wait till you get home.
Probably wait till I get home because
They could follow the breadcrumbs.
it's
a
I
classic.
just want to be a bit more nimble on my escape. You eat bread and then you've got to run.
Oh yeah, it's a bit filling, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
I also come with a delicious dipping sauce.
Oh, I bet you do. Yeah. Go on.
No, that's it.
Oh right.
I've got my bread in like a quiver at the back of my
Oh yeah, like arrows.
like Robin
yeah.
Hood, but
Yeah.
with bread,
like art,
like a French
archer.
Robin Hood. Yeah,
So you also you affecting the French?
I think so. I think I'm going
Language.
to put a beret on.
Oh, that'd be very good.
I've got a loaf of bread, like cut a hole in the bottom,
Yeah.
and then a hole in the front, and then a beret on the top.
Is it made of bread, or is it just a normal beret?
Normal beret.
Normal beret.
I don't
yeah.
think you can make a bread beret. I think that's impossible.
Not with that attitude, you can't. Though.
No, exactly.
Um,
I'm too busy killing to make bread berets.
It's alive! It's alive! It's alive!
So what do you think?
I quite like it. So
Yeah.
what are you doing then in the scene?
I'm making bread.
Fucking, that was a bit boring, isn't it? I've got a whole long scene
What's your scene?
at the kids' party. I'm on my way to the party.
Oh yeah, I'm making bread for the kids' party.
Ah, that's how we cross paths.
Yeah,
Okay, can we try
But
and
we
kill
don't
the same
know that-
victim?
yeah. Well, no, we don't know. We're
No, of course
both
not.
serial killers.
Of course not. No, but do we go do? Okay,
What
so
was your name again? Balloon, dough balls and balloon.
Billy Balloons.
Yeah, I've actually hired balloon and dough balls for my child's party to do the
And-
catering.
Yeah, because right when we get there, and I've got somebody going like that, with a fucking idiot. Look at him, all covered in balloons, like a prick.
Mm.
But then the same person also says, "And what the fuck is this bread? This tastes like shit." And It's
Yeah.
the same person, so we both narrow our eyes. They badmouth us both, and we both hear it, and that is our next victim. So we both plan on killing them.
Yeah,
But one of us gets there first.
yeah.
It's up to you. Which one? Who do you think? Who do you think can get there first
Probably
to kill
me,
them
because
that night?
You on balloons it's gonna take a while, isn't it? You're not the most nimble, are you?
I'm pretty. I'm
Just
fucking.
fucking falling and just bounding down the
I'm
street.
pretty effective.
I know you're effective, but by balloon anywhere takes a while.
No, I can still walk.
Yeah, but you're on balloons walking. I'm just on foot.
Yeah, it's not like walking on the moon. I'm not bouncing
It's
like
kind of
that.
similar though.
No, I don't know. If anything, it's like running on blades,
Oh, yeah.
like the bloody Olympics.
No, I don't know. Maybe you then. We'll go with you. You get there
So
first.
I get the first kill.
Yep.
So what do you do when you turn up? So I'm in. Yeah, I've levitated up to their bedroom window. I'm in.
Yeah, he's very stealthy.
Like that through the darkened room.
Trying to get through the doorway because you're fucking full of balloons.
I'm through. They're perhaps in the bath. Is it a lady?
I think we've had too many baths, haven't we?
A
in this
shower
film?
then. They're in the shower. Is it a lady?
No, not for you.
Okay, so it's a naked man's ass pressed up against the shower glass. I'm in there. In I go. They can't hear me because of the water. They turn as I open the shower door, and I'm in. 100%.
100% in.
Jump in the shower.
Thank you for giving it.
I'm in the shower.
Thank you for giving us in a percentage.
I'm in the shower, and they're squashed up against the glass.
His arse just...
It's flat. Their arse cheeks are flat against the glass.
Yours or his?
His. Mine are balloons. And I inflate myself further until the glass smashes, and he smashes through the glass.
And he's just got glass through him.
Yeah.
I love that. What a great
And he
kill.
explodes out of the shower and bangs his head on the...
You've got a pump.
Yeah. Of course I have. I'm dealing in balloons. Not leaving that behind.
Just burst into the shower.
He hasn't got a fucking clue what's hit him. And he bursts out and he smacks his head off the basin, and he's dead. And then I just float out. I just float out the window and fuck off. Fuck off home again. 1-0 to the Ballooniac. Yeah, and then you turn up with your...
It's too late. Fresh bread, anyone?
You try a new catchphrase. That's shit. Because he's dead. Fresh bread, anyone? Oh. And you just turn around and leave.
I thought about it all the way up. I'm going to hit him with the fucking catchphrase.
Yeah, 1-0. Over to you.
It's alive! It's alive! It's alive!
So I think I just target someone that's come into the Doughballs Bakery.
Mm-hmm. A potential customer.
Yeah.
Okay. What if it's me?
I don't think it is, because I'd be like, oh, fucking Billy Balloon bollocks is here.
Could I have like an alter ego there where I'm not covered in balloons?
Well, that's what I was asking earlier.
Yeah, I know, yeah, but like, I'm thinking maybe it'd be useful now.
Yeah, do you reckon? Would you still be called Billy Balloon?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And what
I'd be Billy Ballon.
Oh, French.
I would also be French. Yeah.
Yeah.
That would tie in with yours.
Yeah, both French immigrants.
Living in Little France
Yeah.
in
yeah.
America.
Billy Ballon, what are you doing?
I've come for order some bread.
What bread?
Some fucking expensive bread.
Oh, really? Artisan bread?
Yeah.
Bloody
some
hell.
big shot bread.
Wow.
Proper big deal Billy Ballon bollocks bread.
Well, you'll want this bread here.
What's that bread you've
It's got gold leaf
I'm having it.
and
What does it do?
and truffles in it.
Oh, sacre bleu.
Yeah, and gold leaf.
More. More of that.
Yeah,
Excellent.
it's 90% gold leaf. It's like eating tinfoil.
C'est fantastique.
That's what you say, yeah. And
I'll take it.
yeah, and I thought, oh, he's one of my best customers. I'm not going to kill him.
Thank you.
That's what I say to you.
Say
Is
it out loud.
Yeah. Oh,
I can hear that. Thank you. I appreciate it.
and then someone else comes in and asks for shit bread.
Yeah. Give me some shit bread.
I want
now.
your worst bread, and
Whatever
she tries
the
it.
shittest bread you've got. I don't give a fuck.
Yeah, and she tries it, and it tastes like shit, and she spits it in my face and leaves.
I've got a party where I don't even like people.
Yeah, all
And they
bread.
all want bread.
Yeah,
Yeah.
So I want the worst bread.
They want bread, but I've got a fucking allergy.
Yeah,
So fuck that.
yeah. I want the worst bread you've got.
Give me shit bread now, man. And she's pushed past me on the stairs.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I've only got one balloon at this point.
Yeah, but they're inside your coat jacket.
Yeah, yeah, they look massive.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
And so I'm infiltrating the party that she's at. She's hosting a party.
Am I at the party as the entertainer?
No, because this is an adults' party with shit bread. You don't have shit bread at a kids' party.
You could do. It's only kids, isn't it?
I suppose so, but you're not having bread rolls. Have you ever seen a bread roll at a kids' party?
I've never looked. I've seen balloons at an adult
It's the
party.
perfect
though.
crime, Ken.
I've seen balloons at an adult's party. So, what's to stop me from being there?
That's true.
Supplying balloons.
Yeah, as balloon animals and shit.
Fucking animals. Just
Well, you're just handing balloons out.
No, they've got like a photographic archway, and I've decorated it with balloons.
Right, I see.
I've seen them.
You're a decorative...
I can fucking do anything you want with balloons. I really can.
Okay, you can be there.
You've underestimated my skills.
Yeah, you can be
You can
there.
do anything.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm in. But I look different because I've changed my balloon layout. Still got. I'm wearing a tuxedo now.
Yeah.
With balloons underneath.
Yeah.
So I've still got balloons, but I've got a tuxedo over the top, so you don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I haven't got a balloon face anymore
What have you got?
because
Have you just got a balloon on top of the suit?
just
It's just a balloon
with
head.
eyes
And
and
your-
a nose
Your actual head and eyes are in the
and
in
a
the
smiley face. Yeah,
your actual head and eyes are in the torso.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm 7 foot tall and made of balloons.
Yeah. Perfect.
That's how I've got unnoticed at
Yeah.
this party.
And I turn up with lots of bread.
Yeah. That's what you're there for. That's how we get away with this. We've done it again and again. And what happens is, one of my balloons bursts and is found on the body. I get attributed with this murder as well. You are fucking furious because that's your kill.
Yeah.
And you have the Footlong Lover has not been attributed with the murder. It's another stat for the Ballooniac.
Yeah.
So you're not happy. So you want to find out how the fucking hell.
Could it be sharpened like punji sticks, sharpened bread sticks?
Oh, I thought you were sharpened balloons. That's not going to work.
No.
Yeah.
That's how I killed this one.
Yeah, but a balloon was found up her anus.
Oh, that just got there magically, did it?
I was there. I'll not deny that. However, she was okay when I left.
Yeah, and they didn't attribute the punji stick breadsticks to the death. It was the balloon.
It was the balloon. They don't know the MO, do they?
Yeah, how could they?
No, because I keep changing
We won't
it
know cause of death until we get the coroner's report back.
until we get this balloon off to forensics.
Yeah. Well, for now, we'll get best attribute it to the Ballooniac.
It could have been the balloon. She had an allergic reaction to the balloon and then fell on some punji
It
sticks.
turns
and she
out
was dead.
that is actually how she died. She would have survived if
She was already dead when she fell on the punji sticks
Yeah, so you claim another one.
from a great height. So
Yeah.
what? So I'm responsible for 2.
Yeah, you too.
But you're furious.
She had a
I didn't even know she was allergic to it.
balloon allergy.
Yeah, I didn't even know.
And she dies, falls off the balcony, lands in the punji breadsticks that I'd set outside of her fucking bedroom window.
It's a lucky stat for me then.
Yeah, it's like, why is that baker out there for 3 hours sharpening breadsticks?
Never mind that. Look, that bloke's 7 foot and he's got a balloon for a head.
Just pop it on the hot light above your head.
Oh, well.
If it popped, would you pretend to be dead and just fall over?
Yes, whilst I inflated another one.
Or another one just automatically?
No, it'd be slow, but I would inflate a second one. I'd have an emergency head balloon.
Yeah, with a different facial
Whilst I was on the
expression.
floor, yeah, to look shocked. And I would inflate that whilst I was on the floor, and then I would regain my composure and stand back up. And they'd be like, "Oh no, he's okay. Look.
Yeah, he's fine.
Yeah, he's okay."
It's alive! It's alive! It's alive!
Carl Weathers, what's he doing?
He's fucking trying to catch us both, isn't he?
Oh no, he's on the case.
Although, I don't know. Does he even know you're running amok yet? You've had a
Doesn't
few.
sound like it.
I think
I'm like
you've
a
had a
would-
few kills.
Yeah,
Yeah. So
I'm a would be. You're like the one that always gets the headlines, and I'm one's up and coming, wants to overtake
you're
you.
trying. Yeah. So you have claimed victims, and you are on the radar of the police, but not necessarily the
Serial killer.
the favourites of the press.
Yeah, I've got sort of one that's been attributed to me, and I'm trying to get others, but
They keep claiming on me. So
Yeah.
so you're trying to achieve serial killer status, which is 3, I believe.
Yeah, I've got 2.
You've got 2 so far. But that third one keeps being attributed to me
Yeah,
because I'm just there by chance.
yeah.
You figured it out that it might be the guy who's constantly
Got
surrounded
a balloon
by
for a
balloons.
head. Yeah.
Or dressed in balloons.
Yeah.
And it's called Billy Balloon
It just goes Billy Ballon.
when I'm undercover.
Yeah.
Yeah, but the police haven't.
They don't know what the fuck's going on.
And it's only
They think it's Clint Howard, the janitor.
it's only because of your criminal code that you have not given me up to the police.
Yeah.
So you could rule supreme.
Yeah.
You want to overtake me by on merit and not by double crossing me with the cops.
Yeah.
So we've got a code of honor.
Yeah, like assassins. But
Yes,
with balloons and bread.
and bread. Yes,
Yeah.
it's pretty good, isn't it?
What's the name of this film?
I don't know. We haven't got a name, have we?
Inflatable bread?
That'd be ridiculous. Can't get inflatable bread. Just balloons and bread. Bread and balloons.
Dial B for bread and balloons.
And then the other one's called Dial B for balloons.
What
And we
other
could,
one?
No, we could release 2 different slip cases.
Yeah.
Yeah, you get the bread one, and on it's just a big old baguette. I'm waving a baguette. And the other one is a hand with a balloon.
Mm.
And we could sell, we could split the merch. So we've got Dial B for, and it's the same film, you see, but it's just called something.
Murder She Bread.
Murder She Baked. No. That's just you again, though, isn't it?
Baked balloons.
Bread and butter. No.
Bread and buttocks.
It's still not relevant to me, is it? I mean, yes, obviously, I'd watch Bread and Buttocks. Fucking every day. I'm not changing my MO now to be the buttocks killer. No way, sir.
Bread balloons. It's got to be just bread balloons, hasn't it?
No, I was thinking something along Fred Astaire.
Bread and butter.
Bread and air, I was thinking of.
Bread and air.
It was, you can't have bread and buttocks. We're not
Bread
allowing
and
it. We're not
buttocks
allowing
is
it.
such a good name, though.
I can't think of a name of the film. Dial B for, and then I think it should just be like
Yeah, but how do I write that in the blurb for the show, for the episode?
bread/buttocks
Dial B for bread/buttocks.
or buttocks/bread. I don't want a bread slash on my buttocks.
Why are we saying buttocks? It's not buttocks.
Oh
it's
yeah, what the
balloons.
fuck? Balloons, innit? You and your bloody buttocks.
Bread and buttocks.
Stop inserting your buttocks into my mind.
into your balloons.
It's alive! It's alive! It's alive!
And so the final is me and you having a fight.
Yeah.
Who wins?
Well, both. That's the whole point, isn't it? It's the same
How
as
do we both win?
we become firm friends.
Oh yes, we have the dance.
You attack me with a baguette.
Yeah.
I parry it with a long
balloon
balloon,
baguette.
a long bagoon.
Long bagoon.
I parry it with my long inflated balloon.
Yeah.
We go through that.
All different sizes of bread, all different sizes of balloon.
Yeah, you throw little bread rolls at me. I bounce them off my balloon shield.
Of course, yes.
And we do that for, I don't know, 40 minutes.
Yeah, I think so.
And then we have a dance.
And then we just perfect.
Yeah. And then we realise that we've got more in common than we thought.
Yeah. Bread and balloons maybe aren't that different. Aren't as different as we think.
This is dialogue.
Yeah.
That's what you say.
Yeah.
You say, do you know what? I respect the way that you use your balloons. And I said, I respect your bread. And we go on like that. It says,
I respect your bread's a good name for a film.
Dial B for bread.
Dial R for respect.
Yeah, okay. That confused people.
Yeah, that's what it's called. And when we do the dance starts off with Carl Weathers on the piano, like he was in Happy Gilmore.
How about like in the end of Bugsy Malone, where he just falls on the piano keys? It's like, dun.
Yeah, he gets hit with a balloon, stray balloon,
and a bread roll.
Yeah,
in the back of his head.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a balloon that distracts him. It goes across his vision.
Yeah, and he looks
at that, and as he looks, a bread roll hits him in the back of the head.
Yeah, and he falls
on the keyboard. He's like, dun.
And then we stop and look.
And he goes, dun, 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 dun.
Yeah. And then it's a big dance number.
We could have baked anything that we wanted to bake. So, are we sticking to, can we use that music? Or?
I think if we parody it, we can.
All right, that's brilliant.
And then we sing ourselves out.
Yeah, that is a bit orientated towards you, that song, to be honest, from the beginning. But I don't know, you could probably get balloons in.
Yeah, you get a balloon.
Ta-da!
You get a balloon solo. just let the different balloons.
Dun, 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 dun.
Yeah, and that's it. And then we close it out.
Yeah,
I love it.
And we're all friends. That. Carl Weathers joins us. He's having a bit of we arms on each other's shoulders. Carl Weathers in the middle.
Well, he says, you know what? Maybe bread, balloons, and police work aren't as different as they think.
I've learned a lot today from you guys. He says,
yeah.
Yeah, and then
it's like End of Wayne's World, and everyone's learned something from each other.
He's between us, arms on each other's shoulders. We're all there, and we do a little synchronized kick as we do, and then it pans out, and we're on a balloon, and we just float up into the sky,
lovely,
like that, and we just float away.
Yeah,
and as we do, other versions of us also float up. There's loads of us, all of three of us,
hanging onto some bread.
Some bread, yeah. So a bread bit goes up. There's a policeman's hat, and we're all on that as well. And we just kind of like circle each other. It's amazing.
What a fantastic ending.
And then we all come together, and then we go whoosh into space. Yeah. What do you think?
I love it.
It's alive! It's alive! It's alive!
What a great episode this has been, Ken. Thank you very much.
What fucking film were we covering when we started this?
No idea. Thank you, Matt Jaissle,
Thank you very much, sir.
For taking the time to send us a message. It's very much appreciated. As was your film to us, it really does mean a lot to us. It's one of our favourites. So thank you for making it, sir, and thank you for sending us your input.
Your little insights into it.
Yes. And thank you, listeners, for listening to this week. Have you seen the NECRO Files? What do you think to it? Let us know. badmoviecult@gmail.com. We're on all social medias if you want to find us. Facebook, Instagram, anywhere you want, just type Bad Movie Cult, you'll find us. 5-star reviews, if you want to leave us a 5-star review. Kick us off this month in style. It's very much appreciated. Give Ken a 5-star review for all the hard work he does for this podcast.
Oh, that's nice.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
And we'll see you next time. We've got another serial killer lined up and possibly a special guest if you're lucky.
Not a serial killer, by the way.
Not a serial killer.
Probably will not be a voice message from behind bars.
Yeah, or no one famous. It's going to be no one you know, but it'll be someone that we know. And that's the most important.
Yeah,
it's our fucking podcast.
Yeah, exactly. We can do what we want.
Yeah. But until then, see you later.
Thanks very much. Goodbye.
Bye-bye, Ken.
Bye now.
Thanks a lot for trashing my movie on your show, you fucks.